What up? How's it going? So, what was dope about the last episode to me was what Mike did, right? Like, my man was just a straight up supervisor doing an inspection, right? And I really like that. And the guy's response was even funnier because my man was like, "What the hell are you doing? You want me to do my job better? You want me to be held more accountable?" It's like, dog, y'all got a whole bunch of shit in here that leaves y'all liable, you know what I mean? And then also unsecured. And for Mike to be the one to find it, it's like, not only is he a killer, that man knows how to check all the boxes. Let's go ahead and start this next episode.
He's no longer in a coma, but he's unresponsive. But whether he will wake up and understand what's going on around him, there's no way of knowing.
That's unacceptable.
No. Might it be different if he was in the care of someplace like Johns Hopkins? Perhaps. In the end, I can think of no better judgment on this man.
I wanted to get an early jump. I'm starting down south, office manager interview in Polvidera, and I'm working my way up north to Algodones. I got a lot of ground to cover.
Jimmy, you can take some time off. Nobody's gonna ding you for not having a steady job right this minute.
Why wait? I don't want unemployment hanging over my head, and we could use another
And also, it's a way to
paycheck.
keep his mind off of it.
Yeah, okay, Jimmy, wait, you're not going to that meeting?
Nah, if there's anything important, Howard knows how to find me.
Yeah.
Puedes quedarte con eso. Nadie viene por él.
Mijo. ¿Y cuándo va a terminar esto para ti?
Right.
En eso ando trabajando.
This one was a real big seller for Neff. Really put us on the map.
That's a 6500 color copier. It's a war horse. I mean, did you ever see the guts of this beast? It takes 15 seconds to get a printout. I worked with one back in Chicago.
That machine was almost too good. Counterfeiters used it to make phony $5 bills.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
Oh, that would be. Hold up. If what I'm getting from that is when he used it in Chicago, that's how he was. That's how he was utilizing it, huh?
Hummels.
Yes. Those were Alma's. She loved collecting the little things. God rest her soul.
Yeah, I knew a lady. Same way.
Oh, you think you have the chops? It's a lot harder than it sounds.
Well, I'd sure love a crack at it. I've been told stubbornness and persuasiveness are two of my top qualities.
I have to say, Jimmy does know his way around a copier.
Being a lawyer, my job was sales. I was selling to judges, I was selling to juries. Sometimes I was selling to clients to take the best deal from a series of bad options, but every hour of every day I was
And you're
convincing,
selling them right there.
persuading. I was selling.
Right? Like he's selling them right now.
Well, you make a lot of excellent points, Jimmy. I can see why Henry wanted me to meet you.
Well, thank you for coming down.
Yeah, absolutely, anytime.
Yeah, we're gonna put our heads together, have a decision in, say, about a week or so.
I worked in the mailroom. I know how important the copy machine is. Deadlines, last-minute changes. And I was in there. I was clearing paper jams. I was cleaning ink off gears and rollers, trying to figure out where the mystery streaks were coming from.
Right.
It's the beating heart of any business.
Oh, no,
it
it's
goes
facts.
down, it causes delays, that is lost
Yes.
money, that is frustrated employees. That is a healthy, strong heartbeat. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That is a healthy business. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That is a successful business. And that's what we're selling.
Jimmy, welcome to the team.
Fire.
Really?
Damn right.
Congrats. We'll get you set up with Audrey in HR, fill out your paperwork, and hopefully you'll be all set by the end of the day.
So just like that, huh?
Yep, why wait when we could get you rolling?
You were gonna take some time, though, and consider your options, but I just come in and did that little song and dance, and I'm in. Are you out of your mind?
Wait, what?
You don't know me. I just came in off the street. You guys are like a couple of cats. I come in, wave a shiny object around. You're like, I want that.
So you're not taking the job?
No, I'm not taking the job. Suckers.
Hello. I'm wondering, are you still interviewing for the sales associate position? Great. I mean, I could be there in 20 minutes.
You didn't come all this way just for me.
I frequently travel to conference with distributors. Albuquerque is one of many stops. You steal an employee's badge, waltz through my warehouse, interfere with operations, and strong-arm my facility manager.
He was trash.
Why?
I'm on your books as a security consultant. If I show my face in your warehouse, it makes for a better cover story.
Doing what you did, the way you did it, raises the threat of exposure.
The way I see it, it lowers the threat. Like I said, now there's a face to the name that cashes the check. Madrigal has 8 terminals in the Southwest. 1 down, 7 to go.
This man plans on doing each of them just to show his
If I
face.
asked you to reconsider.
I'd ask you to do the same.
This is pretty funny considering, you know, later on the whole one to put a bullet in her fucking face.
Dr. Dissett, this is Dr. Maureen Bruckner, just arrived this morning.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Dr. Bruckner?
Dr. Bruckner's visiting from Johns Hopkins, and we're
Gus is
asking
like,
her to take the lead
"We
with
need the
some of the
best."
more severe cases in the ward, including Mr. Salamanca.
Nuestro tío.
Quiero decirles que su tío está recibiendo excelente atención aquí en la Place. Pero vamos a intentar algo un poco diferente. Cuando el cerebro se daña por un derrame cerebral, esas partes no se pueden reparar. Nuestro trabajo es estimular esas mismas partes para que puedan reconectarse. Vamos a empezar aquí, con las piernas. Les pido que le hablen a Héctor. Hay la probabilidad que en cierto nivel él puede oírlos. Cuanto más le hablen, más se activará su cerebro para recordar y encontrar caminos para reconectarse. ¿Vale? Bueno, vamos a hacer todo lo posible para ayudar a su tío. Mucho gusto conocerlos.
Hablen. Don Héctor, todo está bien allá afuera. Todos nuestros hombres se han mantenido ocupados, realmente ocupados.
Así es, don Héctor. Nos mantenemos al corriente del conteo.
Tuvimos un problema con esa pandilla de mierda en Lomas, pero les mostramos algo bien firme. Nos encargamos de eso.
Nadie quiere meterse con los Salamancas.
Se ve bien, don Héctor. Muy bien. Los doctores lo van a mejorar.
Va a superar esto y estar más fuerte que nunca.
Nephews were in his room all day. Bruckner saw him 3 times, couple of specialists with her. They took him for a brain scan.
And?
It's everything, no change. You want me back at the hospital?
No. Call Victor. Have him meet us.
Oh, she's coming to the thing that he was supposed to go to, that Jimmy was supposed to go to.
I'm here on his behalf.
And that should do it.
I apologize for bringing us together so soon after Chuck's service.
It's really my fault. Howard's being polite.
Chuck left the house to Rebecca, and as executor, I'll be liquidating the property.
Howard suggested, and of course I agree, that it would be the right thing for Jimmy to go through whatever survived and take whatever he wants. I mean, anything with sentimental value.
We can set up a time. The estate can provide a truck and storage for anything he chooses to keep.
That's okay. Jimmy doesn't want any of it.
You sure? I think the garage is pretty intact, except for some water damage.
He doesn't want it.
As far as Jimmy's concerned, all that's left is for him to sign this agreement letter. Once that's done, we can disperse his share of the estate.
Let me guess. 4,000? It's what you give when you want to cut someone out of a will but not have it contested. Just enough money to show the recipient wasn't forgotten.
Chuck also left a substantial endowment for a scholarship for deserving youth. I was hoping Jimmy would agree to serve on the board. Chuck left Jimmy a personal letter.
Oh, God.
His eyes only.
It's either going to get shredded or we get to see it. I hope we get to see it.
I just had to know, what were you thinking?
About?
What were you thinking when you came to Jimmy on the day of his brother's funeral and laid that shit on him?
I thought I owed it to Jimmy to tell him.
Owed it to him? Did you owe it to Rebecca? You tell her your theory? That Chuck intentionally set himself on fire? Who cares what it does to Jimmy, right? As long as Howard Hamlin is okay.
Kim, I don't think that's fair.
Fair? Let's talk about fair. Hey, let's let Jimmy dig around the fire-damaged wreck where his brother died screaming. And then let's let him pick up a keepsake or two. That is so fair. And did I hear you right? You want him to serve on the board of a scholarship committee? A scholarship that Chuck never in a million years would have given to Jimmy. Never. It is just, oh, what's this too, huh, Howard? What's in this? One last screw you, little brother, from beyond the grave? Am I really supposed to do this to him?
All right, Kim. What can I do to make it better?
I'd be like, Kim, fall the fuck back.
Nothing. There is nothing you can do. Just stay away.
I don't even get this. And I got to be honest, I don't care. I don't even know what the fuck all that was. I don't give a fuck. She's sticking up for her man. Who gives a fuck? This motherfucker Hamlet was trying to do what he thought was best. And like, even you see him saying that, like, what can I do to make this right? He really thought he was trying to do his best. Who cares? I got to be honest. I don't give a fuck. Out of everything that's happened on the show, that moment, that fell flat for me. I don't give a fuck.
So, how was the job search?
Pretty good. I got a couple leads. Actually, I got an offer.
Really?
Yeah. That didn't feel quite right. It just wasn't a perfect fit. But I think I might get a call back on one or two of the others.
Wow, this was a pretty good first day. You know, somebody's going to be lucky to get.
Hey, it's me. Listen, I got something for you. It's a job. I think you're really gonna like this. So, call me.
I only see 5.
Man, stop it.
It's a one-time only. Not the way we see it.
That's the way it is.
Salamancas get 6. We're not leaving without 6.
The boss isn't giving orders. Can barely even open his eyes.
I'm giving the orders.
He looked at it like,
do you want to go?
Word?
How you do it? We had them pissing their pants.
Yes! Dummy.
I know what you've done. The Salamancas, they do not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You just gotta watch him die.
Look at me. From now on, you are mine.
Holy shit! First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. Let's get this out the way. The moment that Kim did what she did with Howard, it was just something I didn't care about. I don't care about. And by the way, because people's feel that they have to do this thing where they like, oh, no, you don't understand. So let me explain it to you. This is why. No, I'm still not going to care. I don't care about that. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know why. I was just sitting there like, oh, this man Hamlin was trying to help you. This how you gonna do it? All right, whatever. And even that, it's like, okay, whatever happens, happens. But, and so, I don't know. It's just, if y'all notice, I was really into, when it came to that whole storyline, Jimmy and Chuck, their relationship, and then how Jimmy, Chuck, and the moving parts around them sort of created this story. So now we're going on to a new portion, a new path. And then what Jimmy is doing, when he saw, okay, let's talk about that whole portion of him being just a great salesman. He was selling them. Right then and there, he was selling those two guys on himself. And it was so weird that they didn't even notice and pick up on it the first time. So when he left, is about to leave, and they're like, oh, in a week, we'll let you know. When he comes back, and I mean, he break them motherfuckers. And then he's like, man, y'all some suckers. Like, I was able to win against y'all like that. Okay. But then later on, we see him look up the little figurine, which he is familiar with from his days as an elder lawyer. Okay. And he looks up the price of it, $8,000. So now what it seems like I said, I needed to see more of what happened to see why he was doing this. And it seems, right, as of right now, I don't know if he was going to all those places in the interviews. I know he was like hustling. He was getting a kick out of it. But I don't know for sure right now, and it'll be explained later, I'm sure. So if he's casing the joint, like if he's casing places, because he only looked up that one. So I feel like, he was going in there doing what he was doing, and he just so happened to see that. And I wonder if at that moment it changed for him, which I don't think it did, because he went on and did other interviews, right? It's just he was getting that feeling back, but it wasn't hurting nobody, right? Like, he's going in for interviews, but he hustling motherfuckers. And then he looks down on them as like weak. Remember how he saw his father, especially when that one guy came in and told him like how the game is, right? That always stuck with Jimmy. They did a flashback of that. And so Jimmy has always had this thing of, he looks at people who are able to be hustled as that's weak. And that's where he saw like a weakness in his father, and that sort of stayed with him for a while. So you saw that come out in that scene. That was like him at his most base. Like, I'm hustling y'all. Y'all fell for it. I'm better than y'all. Right? But now he contacts Mike. See, this is what's interesting, right? Like, he contacts Mike like, hey, I got a job for you. That $8,000? Whew. Okay. Salamanca. They're somehow still making it fun and cool when you know what the end point is going to be. I've said that before. I believe I said it at the beginning of this episode. And so we know Nacho and the other dude, we don't see them. But we see Victor and the black dude, who I forget his name at this time. So I'm like, what's going to happen here? Are they going to bang out and kill him right now? Gus says to the black dude, like, hey, go get Victor, So I'm like, what's going on with that? So I'm thinking, okay, they're going to handle him right here. So even when they're walking out, I'm like, something's going to happen. And the way Gus came out with a fury and just yoked that man up, wrapped it around his head. He couldn't get out. And made that man die right in front of Nacho. It was crazy. It was dope. He said, right now, you're mine. He's like, because I know what you did. They don't. You get my drift? You're mine. So he's going to utilize him. The plan was in play all the way back then, before then. And now they got another person they're able to utilize. And I wonder how much collateral there will be. Like, will Nacho's father still end up being, it almost seemed like he was out of it. Will the family business and the family still get hurt by it? And then the whole John Hopkins thing, right? Like, he got somebody from John Hopkins to come, like the best. He's like, no, I'm going to deal with this how I need to deal with this. You don't get to say that. He told that doctor who we've seen before, he's like, man, I get to choose, right? Dope. That was I just like the way that went down, right? The part with Mike and old girl. She's intelligent, but she's intelligent in a certain type of way. And so we saw this before when she in Breaking Bad, she could come up with some good plans and stuff like that. So in her mind, what she's saying, there's something to that. Just stay and collect the money. But in Mike's mind, what he's saying is, no, I need to show my face so that me being on the books, it like people will be like, oh yeah, we seen him. So my man wants to go 8 places in the Southwest. He's like, well, there's 7 more, right? Like that was just funny to me. And so she talks to Gus, and she's trying to convince Gus, like, man, this dude's not. He's like, listen, he's reliable. She's like, so what the fuck am I supposed to do about get him a badge, right? Gus needed to make sure that Nacho did what he suspected. So he read the toxicology or whatever. Like, man, nothing was in there, huh? So he did do okay. So he knew what was up for sure. So that's why he spoke with Victor. But the dude trying to pull that 06, like, who are you? You can't just use the Salamanca's name. You got to be willing to put in work. And what I mean by that is the fact Nacho had his gun, had his hand on his gun, and the other dude did. It's like you already could tell he's just a goofy motherfucker, and they took him out, right? Yeah, this is another good episode. It's Jimmy, it's Gus and what he has going on, and then you're right now, because it's the beginning of the season, trying to figure out what's going to go on with Jimmy now, right? Because he's still on that suspension. And so it's getting to the point where it's like how much of the Saul thing is going to go down, because it seemed as if that was around the corner as far as giving people advice, right? Because he helped that one dude at the community service, but it seems to be going someplace else. And I am interested in that. So, hey, dope. Next episode.